In order for you to change, you need to become aware of who you're competing against. And the only person that you're competing against is yourself. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Caleb. Oh God. Caleb from A New Expression, where we help you become your greatest self. That was a horrible intro. I was stuttering, I was coughing. But anyways, back to the topic of this video. The topic of this video is about who you are competing against. So if you want to change, right? If you want to become a better person, if you want to create change in yourself, you're not satisfied with who you are right now and you want to make that jump to become your best possible self, what do you have to do in order for that to happen? Well, in order for you to change, in order for you to become somebody that you always dreamt about, you need to know who you're going against. You need to know who you're competing against. And the only person that you're competing against isn't your peers. It's not the Billy Joe on Instagram that has 10,000 more followers than you and seems like he gets a lot more engagement. It's not Susan over here that's getting all these likes on her page and having all these people comment on her. No, the only person, the one person that you're competing against is, drumroll please, is yourself. It's yourself. The only person that you're competing against, it's not anybody else, it's yourself. And you have to better yourself. You have to better yourself every single day. You have to become better than what you were yesterday. And if you keep progressing, because that's what change is. Change is progression. You want to constantly be changing. You want to constantly become better. Become a better version of yourself. And eventually you will become the person that you always dreamt about being. And you'll create the change that you've always wanted to create. But you have to understand that you need to change and become better than what you were yesterday. You need to become better than what you were last week. Even if it's the smallest percent. If it's a 1% of improvement, you stack that up on a daily basis. And in a year or 6 months or even 3 months, you'll see a big difference. Because those 1% that don't seem like a lot, they seem insignificant. They seem like they're not really creating the change that you want to see. But those 1%, every single day, being consistent with it, having that vision of what you want to do and who you want to become, and taking small actions towards that, reverse engineering where, you know, your dream lifestyle and how you can get there through your daily tasks and through your daily actions, and taking those steps towards that dream 1% at a time. And those 1% will add up. Those days where you feel like, you know, you're not getting any results, and at the time you're not getting any results, right? Even with business, with anything, with creating change in yourself, becoming the person you want to be. Maybe you're shy, anxious, and you want to become somebody that's confident, you know, confident in their own skin. It's a process, guys, but it starts with that 1%. It starts with that little change that you make on a daily basis, and you compound those. It's a compound interest. Those small, little, insignificant actions that you didn't think was going to create any changes, they compound and they build up. And then now they create the change that you've always wanted to see in yourself. So understand that you are competing against yourself. You're not competing against anyone else but yourself. You have to constantly be beating your past self. The person that you were yesterday, you have to become better than that person. And what does this mean? What does this mean to progress and take actions towards becoming the person that you've always dreamt about? Well, you know, that means you have to step outside of what's comfortable to you. Your past self is going to have things that they're comfortable with. They're going to have limiting beliefs that they want to hold on to. Right? That's why you're not able to create the change that you want to create. It's because you have previous experiences where you hold on to it and you say that you can't do it because of what happened previously in your past. And that's what it's holding us back. That's the resistance, because we hold on to a past self-image that we have about ourselves. We hold on to a past past experience that we had with ourselves, and we say, okay, I can't do this because of that, right? We look back at the past and we say that we're that image, we're still that image. But if you want to change, if you understand that change happens with progression and stepping outside of your comfort zone, then you have to be willing to step out of what's comfortable to you. You have to step out of what the past images and the self-images that you had from before. You have to be able to step out of that, because you are not that person anymore. And you can't become the person that you always dreamt about being if you hold on to that image. So you have to let go of that image. You have to let go of who you thought you were before, because that's what's holding you back. And start striving, start being the person that you dreamt about being. And it's gonna be uncomfortable, it's gonna be hard, there's gonna be a lot of fear, but courage isn't taking action when you don't have any fear, right? It's not like you're courageous because you don't have any fears and it's easy for you just to take action. Courage is knowing that you have the fear, being scared, right? Being scared to even take action, being scared to step out of your comfort zone, being scared to take that action to become the person that you always dreamt about being. Being scared about that, but taking action anyways. Right? You still have that fear. Everyone has that fear. But what courage is, and what separates so many people, the successful people from the non-successful people, is that the successful people, they take action no matter if they're feeling down, no matter if they're feeling scared, no matter if they're feeling unmotivated, they still take action because they see the bigger picture. They see who they want to become, and they're taking action towards that. They're stepping outside of their comfort zone, and that's why they're creating change. So if you want to become the person that you keep telling yourself that you want to become, you need to be willing to step outside of that old image that you had about yourself. Step outside of the self-image that you've created for yourself in the past. Let go of all the past experiences that you had, and then be able to strive and be inspired and take action towards becoming the person that you've always dreamt about being. And that's how you create change. You are up against yourself. All the fears, all the limiting beliefs, all the past experiences, all the fears that you have, you are going yourself. You are going against yourself. You have to beat those limiting beliefs. You have to step outside your comfort zone. You have to understand that you're not your old self anymore. You're not your past self. And start taking action towards who you want to be. And when you take action, it's a cause and effect. You take one action, you get one result. So look back and see what actions you were taking in the past and what's not working, because obviously you're not getting the results that you want. And start switching up what actions you're taking, because when you switch up an action, you'll get a new result. And when you take a new action, you'll get a new result. And when you get a new result, it creates new circumstances and new opportunities in life. So keep that in mind, guys. Take this video into consideration. Take all of these points into consideration. It's going to be hard. It's going to be scary. You're going to feel a lot of fear. But understand that if you want to become the person that you've always told yourself you want to become, then you have to do this. Right? It's going to be scary. Who said it's not going to be scary? It's going to be scary. Right? But if you want this bad enough, and if you understand that you have one life, you have one life to make this happen, right? You don't want to be 80 years old and look back and realize that you could have taken the risk. That even though it scared the shit out of you, you could have still taken action, because you understand that this is your only life. What is there to waste? There's nothing that you can lose. You are in control of who you want to become. You are in control of your own life, and understand that. Understand that, and if you understand that, you'll start taking action to becoming the person that you've always dreamt about being. But first, you gotta work on what's here. You gotta work on all the limiting beliefs, all the fears. You're working against yourself. And when you beat yourself, when you beat your past self, when you beat the person that you were yesterday, you start becoming the person that you always dreamt about being. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know that was a little rant. I hope you guys got motivated, got fired up, got inspired. Understand that, in order for you to become the person that you want to be, you got to step outside the person that you were in the past. You got to step outside of your comfort zone. and you take consistent action, and in no time, you will create and see the change that you always wanted. So like the video if you guys liked it, share this to friends, family, anybody that you think needs this message, and subscribe to this channel, guys, if you guys want more content like this. As always, change only happens with a new expression. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.